Working out how to stop your dog from barking can be a difficult and time-consuming task. Dogs love to bark. It's a perfectly natural thing for your dog to do, just as it's normal for us humans to speak. It's when a dog barks excessively that it becomes a problem for all concerned, including our cranky neighbors. Considering this, our goal really isn't to stop dog barking altogether, but rather to control excessive barking. Keep in mind that there are situations when we want our dogs to bark. The first step in modifying the behavior of an excessive barker is to determine the reason why the dog is barking in the first place. Once you've identified this cause or trigger, you can then plan the correct training solution. Another thing to keep in mind is that even though it may appear to you that your dog is barking at nothing, this is not necessarily the case. This is due to the fact that your dog has a much more acute sense of hearing, smell, and sight than us humans. Your dog's excessive barking is most probably being triggered by something. The most important piece of advice to remember when trying to modify any dog behavior problem is that you must clearly communicate to your dog what is acceptable behavior and what is not. One of the biggest mistakes us dog owners make is to inadvertently reward our dog's excessive barking. We actually encourage and reinforce the barking problem when we commit these dog training sins. This is a very common and annoying time for dogs to bark excessively. Try these training techniques. Always remember that dogs are social creatures. When they are separated from their pack, they can become stressed, vulnerable, and frustrated. This type of excessive barking is often caused by separation anxiety. This next technique takes time and patience, but can be a very effective way to stop your dog from barking. It's based on that important rule applicable to all dog training situations. Praise or reward when your dog does something you want to encourage and create a negative association when he does something you don't like. Leave the house as you normally would, but just hide somewhere nearby. When your dog starts to bark, spray him with water or throw a tin can full of coins or rocks in his direction. This is the negative association. Try to keep out of your dog's sight while doing this is possible. Go and hide again. If he is quiet for a while, go in and reward his good behavior with some praise and maybe a treat. This process may need to be repeated over and over until you have broken the excessive barking habit. This is one excessive barking problem that can be corrected very quickly. Workers such as the postman or a delivery driver are constantly being barked at and harassed throughout their day. Your dog perceives these type of people as intruders or a threat to their territory. When your dog barks in this situation, he is rewarded every time as the intruder goes away. Your dog then is very pleased that he has averted this threat, which leads him to do it again and again. His behavior is reinforced and therefore can be a very difficult problem to extinguish. In extreme cases of excessive barking, where all else has failed, some people advocate debarking surgery. If you have come to the end of the line and think you have run out of options, you could discuss debarking surgery with your veterinarian. Hopefully, your vet will come up with some other options before taking this drastic step. Proper dog obedience training is the key to solving any behavioral problems, including stopping your dog from barking and also to building a strong bond with your dog.